Oh, hi. It's Mark. Today I'm going to discuss the Rome 2025 binding lineup that we at Ridge and River are carrying this year. Rome bindings, if you haven't known, they've been out forever, known on the market as some of the most durable, strong, responsive bindings. Every Rome binding has a lot of traits, basically toolless adjustment on every binding in the Rome line, adjustable high backs, every binding in the Rome line, aux technology, every binding. So every binding kind of feeds off of the one. They all are quite adjustable, some of the most adjustable, durable bindings on the market. I'll start with the cleaver. This is Rome's kind of flagship binding. Features of it, DuraCush, which is brand new. DuraCush, you can kind of see this new material here, futuristic, lightweight, shock absorption, comfortable ride. Cleaver has it. Cleaver also has something called pivot mount technology, which you have 8 positions you can change this ankle strap. High position makes it more responsive. I can change it down to low position, makes it more surfy loose. All Rome bindings have, or not all Rome bindings, most Rome bindings have fast tech entry where you can kind of see when I open it up. The straps are pre-curved to make getting your boot in pretty easy. That's kind of unique to the Rome line. Also, if you haven't seen yet, this cleaver, aux tech is this little triangular hinges. Basically, they conform to any boot, comfortable. You can really lock your fit in. The cleaver, full wrap technology. You can kind of see full aluminum forged wrap technology. Makes for a strong, responsive binding. That's the cleaver. Katana Pro. What I said about the cleaver pretty much holds true. Duralast, basic base plate footbed, carbon infused high back. Also has half ASIM wrap. So you can kind of see this is asymmetrical forged aluminum wrap. Difference there. Makes for a more surfy, forgiving feel. Still has aux tech. Still has the fast tech entry. This one compared to the cleaver, a little softer flexing, a little more forgiving. Adjustable high back. You can rotate the high back in all Rome bindings. That was the Katana Pro. We go to the Do or Die, DOD. This one here, you lose basically the Duralast. So you get basically just your regular UVA footbed. You still get aux tech. You lose your pivot mount, so you just get the static mount. You still get the fast tech bindings. Fast tech entry there. On these 3 here, I have 2-degree 2.5 degree canting, 2-degree canting, 2-degree canting. Canting is, you can almost see it, angling, kind of takes your stance from here. When you can't, brings it like this. So your legs kind of anatomically match your body, takes the pressure off your knees. All 3 of those bindings, the Do or Die, the Katana Pro, the cleaver, have the 2-degree canting. This one also has a little, you lose the carbon infused high back, you get a nylon fiberglass composite. Makes it lighter, a little stiffer. 390 Boss, this is probably the workhorse of their line. Very similar to the DOD. What happens is DOD's a little stiffer. This high back's nylon, a little softer high back. You lose the 2-degree canting. This is just a 0-degree base plate here. Still gives you the fast tech entry, still gives you the aux tech. Better price point binding. I've owned this one for a couple years. I have a bunch of days on it. 390 Boss is kind of one of my go-to bindings. Solid binding in the Rome line. Rome Vice. If you're kind of following the gist, cleaver, Katana Pro, full wrap, ASIM wrap, full wrap, ASIM wrap. So it's very comparable to the base, the 390 Boss. The Vice is a asymmetrical forged aluminum wrap. 0-degree, a little softer, a little surfier than this, so it's a little lighter weight, a little more forgiving than this, but the Vice and the 390, softer, a little more stiff, more direct drive. Now we kind of get into the different ones of the Rome. These are going to be your basically 2-piece heel hoops here. So you have a nylon glass base plate, aluminum heel hoop. This one here, this is the Trace Pro. This has actually a 2-degree binding canting plate, so you kind of get that in it. Park guys love it. It has this new strap here, it's called the kink strap. If you take that and reverse it, as it's set now, it's more for responsiveness. You take this and change it the other way, it sets it up for a more surfy feel. This you get aux-tech toe, aux-tech ankle in that, tool free like on every roam, adjustable high back. Trace Pro's kind of your moderate mid-range binding for the pushing guy in the park, wants just a little more forgiving binding. And then we kind of get to the Trace. The Trace is just basically lose aux-tech on the toe, you lose the 2-degree binding canting, you lose basically, this is all nylon, not nylon glass. All roam bindings are basically durable. I've owned a bunch of them. I have a Vice on one of my boards now, a 390 on one. I have a 7-year-old Katana still living. This is an old roam binding. This is probably from 2007, 2008. It's an old roam Arsenal. We put this on our loaner street board. If someone wants to go hack around, we're loaning a board out. It evolved into the 390 Boss. This binding has multiple years. You can see just beating up on it. It's all original. You can see they didn't use aux-tech. Still tool free. The full wrap is almost similar, so you can see a lot of the Roam stuff stand the test of time. Roam, just a solid binding. They'll live forever. We have women's versions that will match up to it. And what can I say? That's it. That's it though. That's it. That's all.